Hi there, my friends. It's Jen Pitta with By the Shore Stamping here for another episode of Teach Me Tuesday. Today I'm going to show you a quick little tip that I actually found right in my 2017-2018 catalog. I'm going to just point this out to you because I don't know if you've noticed, but sorry, I closed the book just before I started the video. But right in the catalog itself, you have all sorts of tips and tricks to teach you all sorts of fun stamping techniques. And this one I'm stealing right from page 162. It says, color the back of the embossed vellum with Stampin Write markers to achieve a soft look. So that's what I'm going to show you today on a card that I designed. It's super simple, super easy. So all I did to start was I took our vellum cardstock, which we do have available in the catalog, and I embossed it with our 3D Impressions petals. I forget what the name, it's petals, layered petals, I think it is, or layered something or other. Sorry, I'm not prepared here. But it's this one here, this pretty one, that's all the leaves that I use to emboss my sheet of vellum. So then you're just gonna, once you've embossed it, so the raised edge is here, so I can feel the raised part here. So if you flip it over, it's debossed on this side, which means it's almost like little holes where all the leaves are. So you're gonna flip it over to that debossed side, and I'm gonna take my Stampin' Write marker, and I'm actually just gonna color right inside those debossed leaves. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my marker and color in all these little leaves. And I'm not being super meticulous about it. You could if you wanted to, but it's a pretty forgiving technique. So you're just gonna kind of color in all of those layers. And when you're finished, I'm not gonna do the whole thing here because I already did it, you get this nice, light, soft look to the vellum. So you can see I colored on this side, and then when you flip it over, it's a nice light look. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and take this vellum and I'm gonna layer it onto the cardstock. And I picked just a very vanilla base. And with the vellum, it's tricky sometimes to get it adhered so that you can't see the vellum, or the glue rather, through the vellum. So I'm gonna go ahead and use our Tombow multi-liquid glue, which I've used in a couple of videos recently, and I'm actually going to just take a little dab, and I'm going to dab it right on the vellum and then blot it with my finger. What that's going to do is it's going to disperse it a little bit so that it doesn't dry as one big white blob. It's going to kind of make it clear and see-through so that you can't actually see the glue. I'm just going to run a little bit along the edges, and again, just blot it with my fingers, kind of get rid of that line. It's going to make your fingers a little messy, but it'll be worth it, I promise. Of course, after you finish doing this, you'll probably want to go and wash your hands. Of course, I can't do that because I'm in the middle of a video, so the rest of this could get interesting. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tape this down, kind of just pushing down on those corners so that I make sure I get that part adhered. And now you won't be able to see my adhesive when you finish the card. I'm going to go ahead and wipe my hands on my pants a little bit here, try and rub off the excess glue that's on my fingers. As you can see, my pants turned them blue, brown, black, blue. It's jeans, so it kind of turned them blue. It's all good. All right, so now I'm just going to do a really quick and easy card. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Pool Party scallop that I punched out with my Layering Circles die. So I actually didn't punch it. I cut it out with the Big Shot. I'm going to go ahead and stick that here, like so. Then I'm going to take just a strip of Calypso Coral, and I cut banner ends in each side. And I'm going to go ahead and stick that in the middle on top of the Pool Party. And then I'm using the Just Add Text stamp set. I loved this Life is Better with Friends because that's very true. I spent a very fun weekend with friends this past weekend. So feeling vibrant and refreshed after scrapping all weekend. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on the very vanilla cardstock. And I'm going to use my 2-inch punch that out. And because I have my marker handy, I'm actually going to use my marker to edge the circle. So you could use sponges, you could use your daubers, but since I have my marker handy, I'm going to go ahead and just use the side of the marker and ink up the edge of this cardstock. Okay, now you could actually, you know, sort of go a little wonky and go more crazy with the ink with your marker, but I decided I didn't like that as much, so I'm going to leave it a little more subtle. And then I'm going to take my dimensionals, because you need a little pop. I'm going to put a few of these on the back and plop that on top of the card, and we'll be good to go. Finished just like that. Easy peasy. I'm going to center that. And voila, a really cute, simple, easy card with a fun technique. I hope you enjoyed our Teach Me Tuesday episode this week. Be sure to join me again next week for Teach Me Tuesday. We release a new video every Tuesday with some tips and tricks for your stamping endeavors. Be sure to subscribe if you like my video, and hopefully I'll see you again next week. Have a great week.